All right, I have gotten all of the BMS wires done. I'm putting the wood on top, so that's going to hold the BMS or the equalizers. And I'll show you where I had a little bit of a boo-boo. Where was it? Yeah, right there. It hit one connector, so hopefully hit something somewhere. Heard a little pop, and I was like, "What was that noise?" Started looking and saw that, and I was like, hopefully that doesn't screw anything up on that. Although I'm looking at it now, it looks like it might be toast. I don't know. We shall see. If I gotta buy a new one, I gotta buy a new one. I gotta solder all those again. But getting further and further, getting closer and closer to 400 volts on those two little dilly dallies right there. But I gotta fire the contactor to make volts go there. But I do have the disconnects disconnected. Safety third. Check. So progress is being made. So that's about what the wiring's going to look like, looking like that. So I have a BMS there and a BMS there, something like that. Go on the other side. So something like that and that. So now I just need to screw down the BMS holders or the battery equalizers and get that done. Sooey. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, got the balancers put in. Oh, I forgot that one, darn it. Still got to put that one on, but got these balancers. I still need to get all the screws. This one's got the screws in it because I was testing that, but all locations fit good, and so I need to screw the balancers down. And you know, I might just leave it like this, leave these opened. I don't plan to use this go-kart and anything but just sunshine. So I mean, nothing's protected from the environment, so I have to use it when it's not wet. And I gotta put this balancer somewhere. It's gonna go somewhere like here. And then I did get a proper radiator with a lid on it, whatever. I need to print a couple of elbows to get the water routed everywhere. And then I just need to get the charger done. So the charger is currently over here on the wall. I need to get the Arduino program and everything. This charger is a Gen 2 volt charger. It runs off of PWM. If you send it a signal 100 hertz, it has to be 100 hertz, 12 volts, between I think 30 and 90% duty cycle, and you'll get low amps to high amps. And I'm going to control this with Arduino. It's going to read the voltages over here and then ramp the charger up and down as it needs to. So that's where I'm at with that. Just need to get the Arduino, which is missing. All right, got the last one mounted, nice and strong. And then the other thing I did is I did pre-charge, or I recharged the shocks to 325 psi. That's more of a reminder for myself than any of y'all. One of the other difficult things that I had to do was when I was running the balancer wires from this side over to that side was getting the wires across. When it was just here or running, you can see here I have two wires running from this BMS down over here to this first pack, and that's so I can attach this balancer to that pack, and I just have them overlapping in a couple of spots. So my thought on that is that it will allow me to balance the entire pack with multiple balancers because they are intertwined on 2 or 3 of the cells of the pack next to it. So hopefully that works. Hopefully the pack doesn't need that much equalizing either. Although I did have one cell on the far right pack, or the near pack, the left pack near side. It was at 1.3 or 1.4 volts or so. I don't know why that is. It's the only one I've seen like that. But I will go through and check all the cells again before I do anything to make sure they're all balanced, and if they're not, I will balance them. All right, so I have got all of the BMSs, or the balancers, put in over there, 2 of them, and then 1 over there. I have what I did, and you cannot see. There we go, now you can.
what I did is I desoldered the always on and hooked them to wires. So all of these battery equalizers have wires going to them, which goes to this guy right here. And what that guy is doing is turning on the battery equalizers. So when I'm charging the car, I will turn the battery equalizers on because I don't want them on all the time. And that way it's only equalizing when the battery is being charged. So um, they won't sit there and drain the battery over time. Also put in a couple of the fittings for the hoses. I've got the output of the pump coming out up to the top, and I gotta get a couple of more elbows so I can finish the routing of the wires and everything. And then that will be done, and then it's just finishing up the charger to get that done so I can charge the battery. And I also need to make some strain reliefs on these because I've already broken a couple of these wires because of pulling on everything. So I got to make strain relief and bolt that on there. So all in process, but everything's going at snail's pace.